This is a prop fence that I bought in the Realusion Marketplace. You'll see right here how that seam right there. It's reflected. It's one image that I took, and then I copied and reversed it, and then kind of put it together. So it's a mirror image to make it double the length. And it does have a seam, but it does still look like one fence. This is a row of buildings that's part of a building pack that I bought in the Realusion Marketplace. This is going to serve as our background. This is a compound prop of the fence and the buildings in different layers. You'll notice again that the buildings here, there's a seam right there, and it's only half of the building, so you can see it's kind of it doesn't really match. It doesn't look natural because of that half of the building, but this half is an exact duplicate of this half, and hopefully you won't really notice once we're done. Now this is another compound prop of the sky, which is just a single frame in blue like the sky, with the other props layered on top of it. So the sky is the base with the others on top, and that's important. I'll show you why in a second. Before I do that, let me add in here, I added 3 other props, and they're all exactly the same. It's the same tree, but I used it to cover up the seam and where the buildings didn't line up exactly. So if you'll notice, they all line up exactly with the buildings there. That matches that, and that matches that. So hopefully when the jump occurs, you won't notice. You'll notice here the blue frame aligns with the sky here, the prop, right? So basically the sky here, that layer is the base. And all the other sprites in a different arrangement are based off this layer, the trail, which I can move. Everything else moves along with it, right? And this works. This is a good working moving background prop. But you might be asking yourself, why don't you just make one layer of the buildings, the fence, and the trees all in one layer instead of making 3 separate layers? And this here is why, because I can put on the sky layer, I can put clouds and a sun that move at a different rate than the rest of the foreground. And between the buildings and the fence, I can add vehicles that move across at a different rate than the other moving pieces. So isn't that awesome? We're about to get to the jump. There we go. Anyway, that's how I made this moving prop, and it works pretty well, I think.
All right, we're done here.